Hello viewers, welcome to today's episode. Today we'll talk about what to look for in a partner. You want to start a relationship. What are some of the things that you look for? Today we'll talk about one thing. Before we talk about this, I want to mention that marriage is an institution that God ordained. Marriage is God's idea. He's the one who started this marriage between a husband and a wife, Adam and Eve. It's an institution that God ordained. So I want to talk more about this. The number one thing that you want to look for in a partner is a person who fears God. Whether a man or a woman should be a person who fears God. That means you also fear God and you want to find a partner that fears God. And when I say fearing God or the person who loves God, it doesn't just mean a person who goes to church. It's not just about going to church. It's not just about saying that I fear God or I love God, but I'm talking about a person who has a personal commitment, a person who has really made up his mind or her mind that I fear God, I love God, all I do is about God. A person that fears God in private or in public. We are looking for that person. A person of integrity. A person who doesn't do things because people are watching, or who doesn't do things because people are not watching. But a person who knows that God is watching, whether I'm in public or in private. A person who will be faithful to you, whether in public or in private, because the person knows that God sees in public or in private. So you want someone who knows that, a person who fears God. You want to look for a partner who honors God in whatever he does. He'll be able to honor you. He will know that I should not be unfaithful to this one, because even if she or he is not seeing me, God is seeing me, because God is ever present. A person who remains faithful because he is honoring God. In the process, he is faithful to you. A person who is faithful before God, in the process, he is faithful to you. So it's very important to have a person who fears God, who has a personal relationship. I know we might be saying, but we have seen people who claim to be Christians, who claim that they believe, but they have disappointed us. Yes, that's why I'm saying, I'm emphasizing the fear of God. That's why I'm emphasizing a personal relationship. Because when a person has a personal relationship with God, you remain faithful because you are honoring God. Along the way, you are honoring your spouse. But the main thing that you're doing is to honor God. Along the way, you are honoring your spouse. So as you're looking for a partner, if you're single, make sure that you're looking for a person who fears God. And marriage needs people who fear God. As I said, it's an institution that God put in place. The marriage has its own challenges, has its own ups and downs. For you to navigate in those ups and downs, you need God. You need someone who loves God. And a person who loves God, who genuinely loves God, will be able to respect you. A person who truly and genuinely loves God will be able to love you. As I said, I know people have been disappointed. We've seen people who claim to be Christians, who claim to be believers, but they have disappointed. We see them everywhere in our society. But I believe there are still some people who genuinely love God, who genuinely seek to please Him. Because it's having the desire to please God. It's having the desire to say that I will not commit this because I fear God. I will not commit this sin because I want to honor God. You want that, because controlling someone is not easy in this day and age. It's difficult, but you want someone who fears God himself, And whether he's far away or she is far away from you, she will still honor the vows of marriage. He or she will still respect you as a spouse or love you as a spouse because he or she fears God. So let me encourage you. Let this be the number one thing to look for in a partner. A person who fears God. A person who loves God. A person who is committed to please God in whatever he does. The person who desires. We are not perfect. I know we are not perfect. But there should be that passion to love God, to desire to please him, to honor him in whatever he or she does. You need to look for that kind of person. You need to study them, ask them about their relationship with God, and you'll be able to know if this person is really serious with God or not. Does he or she have the personal relationship with God? Thank you so much for watching. May I encourage you to subscribe, like the video, comment, and share the video, and click the notification button so that you do not miss on the other videos that we post on this channel. See you next time.